Today in math, you'll be completing the second task involving fractions. Please do this in your table groups. Pause the video here and read over the question with your teacher. Then you'll be working in your table groups to solve the problem. Pause the video now. The first thing you'll take note of is that there are two key pieces of information. The first is that there's 1/5 of a bag of candy left over. And the second thing is that it's being shared with 6 people. Just like in task 1, I think the easiest way of solving this is to draw a picture. Let's let this be our bag of candy. And I know that 1/5 of the candy was left, so I'll cut this into 5 equal pieces. So we're looking at just this piece of the bag of candy that was left, just 1/5. Now in the problem, it said that 6 of them shared that 1/5 equally. So in this last fifth down here at the bottom, I need to split that into 6 equal pieces so each person can get one of those pieces. But our original question asked, what fraction of the entire bag of candy did each person receive? In order to do that, in order to find that out, we need to extend our lines in order to determine that answer. When looking at our bag of candy now, I see that it's a 6 by 5 grid, and so each one of those squares is 1/30th. So if one person had this out of the entire bag of candy, that's 1 out of 30, or 1/30th. Did you see what you did there? You really took 1/5 and you divided it by 6 and got 1/30th. You took 1/5 of a bag of candy and split it evenly between 6 people, and you got 1/30th as your answer. Hopefully that smaller fraction makes sense to you. If you had 1/5 of a bag of candy and you split it with 6 people, yes, you're going to have an even smaller fraction of the entire bag of candy. Let's look at it this way. If this circle represents the entire bag of candy, and I only have 1/5 of the candy, I would need to show that by drawing this. There's 5 equal pieces of the circle. Now if I look at just 1/5 of the entire bag, or 1/5 of the entire circle, this is what I'm splitting equally with 6 people. So I need to represent that by splitting it in 6 ways. So, do that very carefully here. And there's 6 different ways of sharing that 1/5. But the question was, what fraction of the entire bag did each person receive? And for that, I would have to continue to draw those lines through all of the other pieces as well. And there you have it. Doesn't look as pretty, but if I were to count all of those pieces, I would end up with 30 pieces in the whole thing, and each person would receive 1 out of the entire bag. Now I can check my division problem by using multiplication. I can do my 1/30th times my 6, and figuring that out, turning that 6 into a fraction by putting it over 1, I get 6/30ths, and reducing that, 6 divided by 6 is 1, 30 divided by 6 is 5. I get 1/5 as my answer, which is what I started with over here, which shows that I did the problem correctly. Now it's your turn. Work with a table partner to write a story problem to illustrate 1/7 divided by 3. Pause the video now. If you worked out the problem correctly, your answer should be 1/21. To illustrate that, let's say that this circle is our one whole, and we need to divide that into 7 equal pieces, which is a little bit of a tricky task. Not bad if I do say so myself. Now, 1/7, just one of these pieces here, needs to be divided into 3 parts. So I can do that very carefully, like that. So the question is what is this part right here? What is one of those pieces compared to the entire circle? So here's the entire circle completely divided up. If I were to count each one of those for a total, I would end up with 21 of them. But I'm only looking at just one piece. That would be 1 out of 21. And that's the answer. And that completes task 2.